Hi, my name is Camila, and today I'm going to be doing the revision for the Avaliação Especial. Before we start, I'd just like to say that all of what we'll be seeing here and more will be on the Apple website, so you can go and check that out if you want to. And also, how vocabulary is mostly about, knowing the descriptions and memorizing them. We're going to be focusing on grammar and suffixes instead. Okay, so next up we have participle clauses, and I'm gonna start asking you guys to ignore the mess that this slide is. Just the two examples that I had put previously didn't quite fit what I wanted to say, so I decided to switch it up. So we're gonna be using present participle when you want to express manner, conditions, cause, result, and also as reduced relative clauses. They have an active meaning. So here first, the woman smiling in the photo is my grandmother. So instead of saying the woman who is smiling in the photo is my grandmother, you can just shorten it up, which is the whole point of participle clauses, to make our writing and speaking more economical, efficient, and sometimes more elegant. And next up, moving silently, the lion follows its prey. So here we are using it to express the manner in which the lion is following its prey. Okay, so here we have past participle. And you can use past participle to describe the subject more and to give more information. So, loved by everyone, Dawn was a wonderful character. So here we're giving more information about Dawn. And exhausted from her efforts, she struggled on. And here we're just giving more information as to why she struggled on. More information about the she. And here we have having plus past participle. And this is, mostly known as the perfect participle. And so here, you can use the perfect participle to either show a sequence of actions or to show a cause of the action. So here first we have, having experienced bullying in school, I talked a lot about it with my own kids. So this person talked about bullying with their kids because they experienced it in school. So here we have the cause. Here we have having finished his homework. There's a typo here. He went to watch television. So this happened and then this followed. So it's a sequence of actions. Okay, and here we have some exercises just to, work with that. This is the extra practice, participle clauses. It's on Moodle. Okay, so complete the sentences below with the correct form of the verbs given. So, for her gloves, she dug through the entire wardrobe. So, here we need the cause as to why she dug through the entire wardrobe. And it's with an active meaning. So we have searching for her gloves, she dug through the entire wardrobe. Number 2. By the sun, the driver didn't see the stop sign. So here we're going to be giving more information as to why the driver didn't see the stop sign. So we're going to be using past participle, which will be blinded by the sun. Number 3. In the car, we looked for the ticket machine. So here we have a sequence of actions. So this happened and this followed. So we're going to be using the perfect participle. Having parked the car, we looked for the ticket machine. Number 4. By the chef himself, the dinner will be a real treat. This one I found a bit tricky, but if you take a closer look at the second one, you need more information as to why the dinner will be a real treat, so we're going to be using the past participle. So, prepared by the chef himself, the dinner will be a real treat. Number 5. Her phone call, she went back to work. And the verb is finish. So here we have a sequence of actions again, as we had here. So number 5, she did this, and then she went back to work. 6, a lot of weight. Anne finally fit into her favorite dress again. Verb is lose. So here we have a cause. So why did Anne finally fit into her favorite dress again? Oh, because she lost a lot of weight. So we are going to be using in this sentence perfect participle, which will leave us with having lost a lot of weight, Anne finally fit into her favorite dress again. Okay, so next up we have suffixes. And here just put the table on how to form each of these groups just to refresh your memory, because we're going to be doing some exercises next. Okay, so here, choose the option with the words that correctly and respectively fill in the gaps of the sentences. So 1. I'm still mad at Thomas for missing my birthday. Even though he has apologized a million times, he came out with such an excuse that I didn't quite believe him. So here we're going to be needing an adjective to modify and to describe excuse. So if you look at the alternatives, we know that's going to be either C or D. 2. The old man was arrested on charges of attempted when he tried to use a stolen credit card, which he claimed to have found in a trash can. So again, since we've narrowed it down to these two, we need attempted something, so we need a noun. So looking at here, we can basically already know that it's D. But I'm going to keep going just so we can confirm, even though it's already here. Okay, so 3. If we suspect that your account has been compromised or is being used suspiciously, we will deactivate the account and notify you. 4. Underestimating potential dangers, victims of domestic violence will, out of fear or shame, frequently that visible injuries have been caused by accidents, so they will do something frequently. So, again, we already know it's D, but pretend. 5. If you have a dark space that you want to brighten up a bit, you should choose a pale floor. So we have D. Next up, the suffixes which correctly and respectively complete the words in the sentences below are 1. Knowing that he would need to. The builder proposed a budget on materials for the task, so he would need to do something. We need a verb. But here, all of these are endings for verbs, so it doesn't narrow it down much. But if you know the expression already, you know it's between A and D. A and E. Okay, so 2. We should choose to promote environmentally aware and responsible science, as well as to investment in environmental science itself. So here we need to do something again. So we need a verb. But we already know by context that the only one that fits is prioritize. So we already know that's A, but again, I'm just going to keep going to confirm it. 3. The loneliness, it's a pretty common expression, loneliness, of a queen who had no husband or children and no relatives to mention must at all times have been oppressive. 4. My boss didn't think I was capable of handling that case, but I surely proved him wrong. 5. The resourceful doctor immediately asked the railway staff to use the new electric telegraph to contact the police at Bishop's Road. So, A. Here we have, complete the sentences below using the word which best fits the context given, which is correct suffix. There are 3 extra words that you do not need to use. And I'm going to go more by context here and then change with the correct suffix. So first we have I with the general aims of organization, but on this particular issue I disagree. And here you can basically see that this person agrees with the first part, but disagrees on a particular issue. Looking at the table, you can pretty much single out sympathy. So, and if you look at the context, I do something with the general aims of organization, so it's going to be sympathize. 2. She is unsophisticated and enjoys cleanliness, though her several nieces and nephews often mess up her spotless house. So sophisticated and enjoys cleanliness. You can pretty much see that we're going to be using class. So she is classy. 3. If you neglect to care for our planet, there's greater that the poor will suffer the most. So there's greater, chance that the poor will suffer the most. And again, if we just look at the context, it might take a while, but you can basically see that we're going to be using likely. And we're going to modify it to fit the sentence, leaving us with likelihood that the poor will suffer the most. 4. Are you sure it's alright for me to come tonight? I could always check in a hotel. I know you've been working like crazy. I don't want to. After all, it isn't your fault that Lisa kicked me out of her home. So I'm just going to go ahead and, say the answer, because I don't want to impose. It's a common expression. However, you can figure this out because in the table here we have imposition, which is forcing something on somebody else. And this person does not want to do that. So again, you can go by context. 5. The therapy aims to make thyroid cancers more to treatment with radioactive iodine. So here, this is again a common expression, especially, in medicine, to make something more responsive to treatment. So we're going to be using respond, as I've just said. Okay, and this was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and good luck on the test.